Good morning. Come on in and welcome to the Money Matters Morning Show, where we talk all things faith, finances, and the freedom of good credit. And I am Nefateria Robinson, and I'm the person that high earning professionals turn to when they want somebody to be the liaison and act on their behalf when it comes to dealing with the credit bureaus as well as the creditors, so that they can reduce their risk, increase their opportunities, and buy with confidence. So thank you for joining me this morning. This morning, we're going to talk about how to get the credit for the first time. So are some of you, haven't really always paid with cash, never really used any type of credit cards or anything like that. You was raised up in a household where they just said cash only, or you're a person that you're trying to reestablish some credit, some things of that nature. This is what we will be talking about this morning. Please tag and share. Please say hello to me in the comments as we get started here. Also, if you don't know already, I am offering a free webinar, absolutely free, on next Tuesday, January the 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And in the description, you can get the link to register. It's absolutely free. And we'll be talking about 5 ways you're killing your credit score. And make sure you register. Even if you can't join me live, you will have access to the replay. So make sure that you register and secure your slots. Only have a few seats left. So let's get into today's topic. So getting credit for the first time isn't always the easiest thing. Most of the time they want to know that you've had credit before so they can kind of assess your credit history and how you handle credit and things like that. But once you get it, it's a lot easier the next time. So where to apply? These are different places that you can possibly apply to get credit for the first time. So if you're a beginner, a lot of times they target beginners and stuff of that nature. So if you already have a checking or a saving account, you may want to check with your bank to see if they have some type of starter credit card or something like that. They can assist you, let them know that you have limited credit history and that you would if they have anything for you, if you have a limited credit history that can get you started on the path of starting to get a good credit history going for yourself. So that is a place that you can possibly apply for credit, is at some place that targeted. I'm gonna type these in the notes so y'all have them. So places that you can apply if this is your first time and you're trying to get credit, try places that target beginners. So like one of the first credit cards that I got, or it was actually 2, and it totally makes sense based on how I am as an adult as well. One of the first credit cards I got was from JCPenney's and the other one was from BP gas station. So those 2 places where I grew up here in North Carolina, they are like probably only a few miles down the street. So I had a car to shop and I had a car to I had a car for gas. Those are the first 2 cars, and I still have those cars to this day. Long time ago, I got those cars. And so when you go to the pump, they have the little credit card applications and I filled it out. And then of course, when I went shopping, they said, hey, if you sign up for this credit card, you'll get 20% off today's purchases. So I did that as well. So think about places that you frequent often that may offer you an opportunity to get credit with them, but you still have to be smart even when you get those credit cards. Just don't think that it's free money and you don't have to pay it back. You only have to pay it back with interest. So first thing I want you to say is start with places that target beginners. Another place that you can try to apply for credit if you're trying to get credit for your first time is to try your local banking institution that you have a savings or checking account with. So try that as well. Also, like I said, with those local bank institutions that you have a checking or savings account, they sometimes offer different type of opportunities for like students. They sometimes offer secure credit cards. They also sometimes offer credit builder loans. So just inquire about that, get all the information about that. If you do take that tip and do that, you have any questions about those things, feel free to put your question here in the comment and I'll make sure I answer it for you. Or if it's a question that you really kind of want to stay anonymous, you can go to bit.ly/asknefr to get your question answered. Okay, so listen. And like I told you, also you got retail and gas cards are also places that you can get started with your first getting credit for the first time. Those are places that are generally probably a little bit more lenient when it comes in. That's where you can start establishing your credit. But once you get established with those places, retail and gas companies, or then you can, you'll start establishing a credit. So then you'll probably start getting offers from the major credit cards like Visa, Amex, MasterCard, and things of that nature. What else I had to tell you? So also, I want you to make sure that you, even when you get these credit cards for the first time, that you're very mindful of what you charge. Make sure you're not charging nothing more than you can pay off at the end of the month. Ensure that you're being very mindful of how you utilize those credit cards. They can help you build a positive credit history for when it comes time for you to be having an opportunity to get one of the major credit cards. But still, I want you to be mindful. Only charge what you can pay off at the end of the billing cycle. Also, do not charge more than 20% of your credit limit. Make sure you're keeping those your utilization rate down. Also, I want you to know that secure credit cards sometimes require you to put down a deposit if you do get those. So it's basically like you may put $250 or $500 on a card. You had to accumulate that money. You put it on a card, and now you start using that card, and then they will that card will start report to the credit bureaus of how you're utilizing and how you're paying your own bills on time and things of like that. So make sure if you have any questions about credit, or you've had some credit challenges, you got medical bills or late payments, or just not understanding your credit report at all, please register for my 5 Ways You're Killing Your Credit Score webinar. It's absolutely free. And in case you can't make it live on Tuesdays, January the 16th at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, you will have access to the replay, but only if you register. The description of how you can register, the link to register is in the description. Also, sometimes those secure credit cards can convert to actually regular non-secure cards in 12 to 18 months if you have a positive history. Because whoever you get that secure credit card with, just make sure you ask the right questions, and find out, what opportunities are available to you as well. So generally, when you're 18, you'll start getting credit card offers and stuff like that. In general, a lot of people get those when they first go to college. They start getting all these offers. But if you have kids that are heading to college or are in college, please have this conversation with them. Please talk to them about the importance of their credit score and their credit history, the importance of their finances, and the importance of money, because that knowledge will definitely carry them throughout their life. So just make sure that you're having that type of conversation with them, so they'll understand that when they get those credit card offers, what actually that means. Have that conversation. I know it sometimes can be a hard conversation to have when it comes to money, but it's an important conversation to have. And if for whatever reason, you don't really know how to talk to them about it, or unsure, whatever, hey, just reach out to me. I don't mind getting on the phone with them and having a short chat. Doesn't cost anything. I'm not pitching your kid anything or anything like that. I'll get on the phone and share with them what they need to know about the basis of finances and credit. And also have them come and get on that webinar. Watch the webinar with you. You can learn together. Make this a learning opportunity. Every time my nephew or my nieces, they come across something, and I always tell them it's a teachable moment. If they make some mistakes or make some choices that were not the best choices, I always let them know this is a teachable moment, and explain to them, why there's better choices that could have been made, and why the choice you made was not the best choice. So use it as a teachable moment. Spend some time with your kids and talk about money. It's very important. Also, if they're under 18 and you have a good credit history and you want to get them on that path, you could also put them as maybe like a joint user on your major credit cards, only if you got good credit. Now, don't you put them on there and your stuff is jacked up. Don't do it. But if you got some good credit, you go ahead and put them on as an authorized user, or maybe co-sign with them on a joint card. But yeah, so that's the way you could get them established as well with their credit. But some things you should watch out for when you're applying for credit for the first time is you don't want to put in several applications at one time. If you put in several applications at one time, you could get declined, even if you have a good credit score, because they saying, why is this person, they don't understand why you're applying for so much credit at one time. They're thinking maybe you're not getting approved, and that's why you're applying for so much credit at one time. So just be mindful of that. Like, so if we just got over the holiday season, tax time is around the corner, you may go out and do a lot of shopping, and the retail stores clerks are going to be on it about, hey, sign up for this card. Do you have this card? You can get this discount. You can get this and that. And if you shop at several different stores and you're applying for a lot of those cards all at the same time, you could actually get denied just because of the constant applying for, good morning, Manuel, applying for the cards in a short amount of time. Be mindful. I also want you to watch out for any offers that guaranteed approval regardless of your credit history. Just be mindful of those. Those could end up costing you a lot more money in the long run. They may have a really, really high interest rate or something going on. Make sure you read that fine print. We don't like to read, and we just like somebody to tell us, okay, what in general does that say? No, read the fine print. Be mindful of that as well. Also, some things you should watch out for if you're getting credit for the first time is to, when you get it, use it wisely. Only charge what you can afford. Repay it monthly on time if you happen to have to carry over a balance. And number 4, what you should watch out for is limit the number of cards you have to start. Just start with 1. That's all you need. 1 is enough. Just start there. So to briefly recap what we talked about this morning on the Money Matters Morning Show, where you can catch me here every weekday morning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on my business page. So make sure you're liking and you're following so you can get the notifications when I go live. If you're on my email list, it comes directly to your inbox, just like DVR. So let's recap briefly, really quickly. So if you're trying to apply for credit for the first time, you can try to apply at places that target beginners, your local banks and institute where you already have a relationship, you have a savings or a checking account. Retail stores or gas cards is another place you can also apply. Also, you can look into a secured credit card as an option. You can also look at if your parents have a good credit history, maybe they can add you as a joint user or co-sign for you to get a card to go ahead and establish you on good credit as well. 4 things you need to watch out for is not having several applications submitted at the same time. Offers that guarantee, regardless of your credit history, that you can get approved. 3, make sure you're using it wisely. Make sure you're only charging what you can afford. Make sure you repay monthly on time. And number 4, limit the number of cards to start. You only need just one. And just so you know, like I said, if you have any questions when it comes to finances, saving, budgeting, eliminating debt, or credit questions, feel free to submit those questions at bit.ly/asknef, or you can put it right here in the comments. I do go back and check the comments, and I will answer your question. Doesn't matter your age, it doesn't matter your finance history. Got a question, ask me, and I'll make sure to get answered. If you have a pet peeve when it comes to money, if people are always asking to borrow money from you, but they're not paying you back, or they're always in a bond and coming to you, or anything like that, and you want me to address it because you really can't address it because they're somebody close to you, let me know what it is. Let me know your rant about when it comes to money and family and co-workers and all those good things, and I will get on this morning show and talk about it and let them know the truth about when it comes to money and relationships. All right, take care. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Money Matters Morning Show. Thank you for joining me. Also, make sure you're following me on on Facebook at NefateriaRobinson.com. That is my business page. My personal page, I'm Nefateria Robinson. Also on Twitter, I'm ACT with Nef. Tweet to me today. I did my first tweet yesterday. Oh my God, I was so like, what am I doing? Did I do this right? So now I'm all about tweet me. Let me know what you learned today on the Money Matters Morning Show. Tweet it out at ACT with Nef. That's at with Nef. Activate your faith, commit to your plan, and take action that will change your life, change your finances, change your relationship. Let's get it in 2018. Thank you so much for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.